Good day everyone. Our today's session is about HTML media. That is how we will embed these multimedia objects into our HTML page. So multimedia on the web is actually what sound, music, videos, movies and animation. So we are actually meaning these multimedia in the sense that sound, music, video, movies and animation, anything can be easily embedded into our web. So let's see how this is normally done. So let's first see the HTML audio. The HTML audio element is used to play an audio file on a web page. So wherever or whenever we need to add a audio file into our web page, so that can easily be done using this HTML audio element. So for that we have used this code. This is a normal and simple method to embed a audio file into our HTML page. So I wrote the body, started the body here. So that means we are going to display our audio file into our web page. So we should always include these codes into our body itself. So body, so audio is the HTML element here. So along with this audio we used another attribute called controls. So let's see what this suggests. But see, audio controls, inside that we have used source src is equal to host.ogg and its type as audio/ogg. That means this is an ogg file and that which of a sound of a horse. So I stored this or saved this as an OGG file. So its source is OGG host.ogg and type is actually audio/ogg. So like that we have many different types of audio files. They are ogg.mp3 and also of WAV. So these are the different types of audio files that we can save, and we already have used all these examples into our page. So the thing is here is that which type of audio file is first we inserted, that will be normally taken by the HTML to display. That's the thing here. Okay, so we wrote everything like this manner, and we have wrote something here: your browser does not support the audio element. So whenever the web browser fails to display this, or this audio file cannot be played, then automatically this text will be displayed, and thus we closed our audio too. So this is how we normally use to embed a audio file into our HTML page. So let's see each things clearly. What is this controls? Controls is an attribute that adds the audio controls like play, pause and volume. So we have, or we already have using these kinds of simply these audio controls. So there we have normally using these play button, pause button and also this volume button. So for availing or for enabling these things we use this controls attribute to the audio element. So the next one is source. Source is an element allows to specify the alternative audio files which the browser may choose from. So source is nothing but in order to allow or specify the alternative audio files. So the thing here is that the browser may choose from. That means this browser will firstly select the first one which is written there. So autoplay, that we haven't added here, but what is its purpose? Let's see. This is an attribute to start an audio file automatically. So just need to play it automatically without a manual functioning. So we can use this autoplay along with this control. So how will it be? Audio controls, and also we can include here an autoplay, then close this Angular tag. So then only this code will execute and run as a, or this audio will be displayed or played automatically. So just need to add this autoplay after the controls here. Okay, so thus we can autoplay or automatically start the audio. Then how to mute. Mute simply means this muted is another attribute written after the autoplay. Let your audio playing automatically but muted. So along with this autoplay, we can also mute that. So whenever you have such a purpose, so just need to do as we already used the controls, then autoplay to automatically play that, and along with this you can also use this muted. Then only it will together function as a automatically playing but muted audio. So that's all about the audio embedding into a web page. And so we have now got the idea about how to add these audios. Likewise, it's very simple to add some video into our page too. So that is normally enabled using this video element in the HTML. So the HTML video element is used to show a video on a web page. So wherever we have to include something about if we are going to display a page having some tourism inside that, so we can add a video clip about that spot or whatever. So that will be much more attractive for the visitors or the users when they see these things. So this is very good idea to use these kinds of video attributes or videos into our pages. So let's see how this is normally done. So like that, we already started our body tag, and inside we can see this is the attribute, or sorry, this is the element video. It's an HTML element which enables you to add a clip or video clip or a video into our web page. So as we know that it should have also some attributes like the controls in the audio element. So here video having some attributes like width and height, and also normally like the controls for autoplay, that means play, pause and all that. So along with these controls we have added two more things like width and height. Okay, so I have added some value, that means it will be displayed in this much of height and width. So also we have to mention different types of video files. So we just need to add only one, but this is an example. So how many different types of video files can be added? That's about MP4 and of OGG files and of WebM files. These are the three different video files that are that we can add into a HTML page. So this is the representations, right? So like that we used to add our first video clip using these attributes source src, that means our source is movie.mp4. Sometimes if you are not saved it, if you have saved it in somewhere special places, you have to mention every path clearly, then only it will work. So keep in mind that sometime it may not work, that may because you haven't mentioned this path clearly. So that's only, so that time you have to mention the whole path where this file is located. Okay, so that's only the thing that matters with the src attribute. So the next is type. So it's actually an mp4 video type, so we just mentioned that too. So the next source I am using here is a movie.ogg file. So this is actually a video type and of ogg, so that also we mentioned here. Likewise the next one is movie, this is actually dot, it's my mistake to add this. Okay, so this is movie.webm, this is actually a file, and inside this type is equal to, it's a video webm. Okay, so this is the normal way to add a video into our page, and along with this, if this video cannot work properly in this page, or it doesn't support in our page, then we have to identify is that working or what is the problem. So just we have to write something message there. So that's it, your browser doesn't support this video tag. So whenever this video tag fails to then this text will be displayed. So this is the normal way to simply we can add a video clip into our HTML page. So let's see like the same, what all things are these and what are their importance. See the attributes. So the first one is control. Here the control attribute adds the video controls like play, pause, volume. So this is also, we know that in order to play and pause and etc., we have to use this controls, then only it will work properly. So what is the importance of this height and width? Normally each of the video having a height and width, that we know, but still with using these width and height, specifying this in our code, it will enable us, or if we haven't used this, what will happen, the page might flicker while the video loads. So it's good to mention the proper width and height of our video into our web page. Okay, so that's it, and all these things we know. Sources just to mention, or just to display the correct source where the file is located. And this text is actually, whenever this video tag fails to, then what happened, this text will automatically displayed in our web page. So we can find that, yeah, there was a video but it couldn't run, so it takes in this text way. So this is all about today's, I think almost all of the most commonly used things that we have in the HTML have already been covered. So you guys do one thing, just compile each of these different attributes, styles, everything we have used into the same page and build a good web page, so that will be a little more applicable, or an application level, so you can find everything, where to take the changes, where to add the good attributes, or how to change these and how to make it attractive, or thus you can simply make a web page simply nicely attractive. So that's all about these kinds of actually these are the main advantages or aim behind this basic HTML things. So thank you.